There you go. All right, good morning, 6:45, Friday, February 11th. Welcome back. These weeks are just seems to be flying by lately. So this week, code of conduct is to strive to maintain a positive and professional image of VCI to our employees, our clients, vendors, subcontractors, and the public. Ben Dow, is there anything that you would like to add on code item number 1?
You would like me to add something? Sure. Staying positive, to me means in the face of the different struggles that we have and different things that we need to solve, just stay positive, don't give up, and keep trying to solve things. And a result of doing that day after day is going to keep everyone engaged, and other people are going to observe us as being a professional problem-solving company. Just another way of looking at it.
Yeah, creating good habits. So excellent job this past week. Another 7 days without a recordable injury. Our total count is up to 74, as we're already, believe it or not, we're by Monday, Tuesday, we'll be halfway through the month of February. So spring will be hopefully coming our way here. So let's keep up the good work. It starts with a good JHA to start each and every day to identify the hazards and mitigate our controls to control those hazards. So this week I just wanted to highlight kind of working over water. It is a drowning hazard, an issue that we need to be aware of. Also, it was one of our citable infractions. Back in 2016, we got popped with a minor, other than serious, violation of working over water, where an employee wasn't wearing a PFD close to water. So I just wanted to highlight that. I know next week we're gearing up to go to St. Johnsbury with a large cruise. So just wanted to make sure that everybody on site kind of had a little awareness on working over water. As you can see, the photo on the left, the trestle there, that actually is St. Johnsbury. And what we did there to control the drowning hazard is we got a suspending deck with guardrail system. So actually on that job site, we don't actually have to wear flotation devices because we controlled the drowning hazard. However, it is good to have rescue, and we'll talk about that in a second. And then the photo on the right is a job that we just kind of completed in the Shelburne shipyard. And as you can see, we're wearing flotation devices working over water. So again, with that drowning hazard, again, we want to focus on those hierarchy of controls, kind of work our way down from most effective to least effective. So try to isolate people from the hazards best. Guardrail system or personal fall arrest system is great to prevent that falling into the water if we can. But if we can't, then really our secondary measure is just wearing those personal flotation devices. They're available in the tool crib. We just got some winter jackets with flotation devices built into the winter jackets. We'll have those readily available for all employees for the winter months. So again, everything's in the tool crib. So come see us if you need these safety supplies. And then just the last part of the drowning hazard is always have a rescue plan. Anytime we're working near water, we want to always have a rescue plan. So those ring buoyants with at least 90 feet of line shall be provided readily available. Again, those are in the tool crib. And then one life-saving skiff shall be immediately available. Just a really small aluminum boat. We got a bunch sitting in the backyard. Get with Scott Burns if you need a little skiff boat. So it's a very small standard that OSHA has. We're something that we're very good at. But again, it's low-hanging fruit for some of those compliance officers that might swing by our job sites to check us out. So just want to make sure we're following the best practices, eliminating that drowning hazard as much as possible, and having all of our rescue plan in place, and all employees are aware and know how to perform a rescue if necessary on those job sites. That's all I have for today. Any further questions, please contact me regarding any working over water issues that you might have on your projects. Ken, anything you would like to add to that?
Yeah, I'd just like to point out that infraction there that we were cited back in, what was it, 2018 or so?
I think it was 16 or 17.
17, so a few years ago. But it really didn't involve, it was other than serious, because they couldn't really make it serious. And the worker was standing at the top of a bank away from the river, but within an area they deemed somewhat hazardous. And so and the guy wasn't working. He was really just observing what was going on over the bank, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Other than the inconvenience that it sent us, it was actually a $0 penalty. We were able to
Right.
fight down. So it didn't really hurt us, but it created more of a headache to us to deal with that situation, you know.
So what it demonstrates, though, is that, yeah, it's not just about working over water, it's working around water.
Yep.
And that distance to the water is very subjective and up to the compliance officer. I mean, certainly you could fight it if it was excessively ridiculous, but you know, when you're in that in-between area, you should be wearing it just to satisfy everybody. And that's one point I wanted to make. And then the other thing is that what we had done before, where we're working over a river with fast moving water, is we've put strung a lifeline within reach of someone if they fall. Of course, you got to make sure it's not where you might have, boaters or kayakers or anything. But we had a line, and this was after, flood conditions where we were working on a river, and we were in an area where if there was a problem where someone fell in, that it would have been hazardous for them to go down into some rapid, moving water. So we've done that before. But again, you got to take each case independently, because if it was a common rafter and kayaker route, you certainly wouldn't want to do that. And
Yeah,
we
I
did flag it well, so if they did fall, they would say, "Oh, there it is." I'm going to try to grab it on the way by, because it doesn't help much to do a life ring or a little boat if the water's moving so fast that they'd be downstream by 100 feet before you could do anything.
Right. Yeah, it's an excellent point, Ken. Yeah, I remember we did that for Orleans, a little kind of last minute grab rope. If someone did fall, we could hold on to it. Yeah, excellent point. Well, with that said, we are going to try to replay our Make-A-Wish video that Jamie Hathaway sent us, just thanking us for our contributions to their program and what they're able to do for the kids this year. So I'm going to share my screen, and I want everybody to turn up their volume on your computers, because it's a little faint. So everybody turn up on your phone and your computer, turn it right up, because I'm going to actually play the audio through my computer. So it is a little hard to hear, but I think you'll be able to get it through. So can everybody at this point see the video, YouTube video, on my screen? Yeah. Okay, here you go. I'm going to play it.
Hey to all my friends at Engineers Construction, and hi to you, Ben. I didn't get a chance to see you this year. Normally, Ben comes into our office and gives us a check, and things are all a mess once again this year. So, but what isn't a mess and what's always consistent, no matter what has come our way, has been Engineers Construction support of Make-A-Wish Vermont. So this year, how lucky are we to share with you right now that your contribution to Make-A-Wish is $5,039, which is remarkable. That's enough to send a family to Disney World. It's enough to grant a number of wishes here, a number of different kinds of wishes. So this is fantastic. I want to thank all of you for once again coming through for Make-A-Wish. It's been a really challenging year for all of us. I hope your families are well. I hope you are well, and I hope you continue to support us in the future, because this is a significant donation. So thank you to all of you, and take good care, and I hope to see you soon in the future here at our new home at the Vermont Teddy Bear Factory. Thanks again, folks.
Okay. Floor is yours, Ken.
Okay.
I'm happy that finally worked. Finally figured it out.
Yeah, very good. Okay, now I have to find my screen, the right screen, the right window. There we go. Should be coming up.
Yep, we see it.
Okay. Okay, for announcements, don't forget your sweetheart for Valentine's Day. That's Monday. And of course, the Super Bowl weekend. So everyone's probably aware of that. And the W-2s, you should have received them by now. So if not, you definitely need to check with the accounting department. And fuel cards, I think there's still a fuel cards that have not been passed out. So check in if you haven't received a magnetic strip fuel card, because the older ones that have the chip embedded in the card don't really work everywhere. And keep treating the fuel. And then here's the link in the message on the 2021 employee giving. And it was a total of $20,158. And next week we'll be hearing from the UVM Cancer Research Foundation. Got to drag it down differently. There we go. Now, the primary care wellness program, I keep mentioning every week, but we will probably in the next couple weeks, I would say, have Beth Schiller from Champlain Medical come and talk about it. And we've got a little bit some improvements in the program and things, so we want to make sure that everyone's aware of it. And I tell you, I've personally enrolled, and it has already paid off being a member of the program. So I highly encourage everybody. It's all about your wellness. The weather outlook here is active sub-zero nights, and it's starting like tomorrow, turning milder again next week.
What am I getting for break?
Okay, the policies, COVID policies at ECI, we lifted the mask mandate this week, which I'm sure everyone is aware of and hopefully appreciative of. And just still be cautious. And if you're not comfortable, wear a mask, or if you're certainly working really intensely in front of whatever you're working on with somebody in someone else's close space, then we really should be wearing those masks. And this week we are profiling let's see if I can scroll down, jumping, the snow removal project from last week's storm at various locations. And ECI has contracted with various businesses for snow removal and salting services. And this past week, we got around 17 inches from the storm that started Thursday and continued into Friday. ECI crews worked all hours pushing snow, hand shoveling, salting, and that includes truck salting and hand salting, hauling snow, and pushing up piles. So thanks to everyone that helped. And this is actually this image. I hadn't seen it before. I kind of like it. It is it's an accounting of the depiction of the snow that fell for any event. And this one was recorded after on February 5th, after the snow event. And it gives some numbers and gives some intensity colors to show, that we really get hammered in this area pretty good. And that was like off the National Weather Service Twitter feed and some of their other, and I'm not a Twitter person, but I did a search and found that. And also they had this list of individual locations. Some are public, some are private, certified private type people. And you'll see in one of them, there's the NNW Williston, which I think is pretty close to where the shop is. That was 14 inches. South Burlington has some 17, and our WSW Williston is 17 inches. So it was a significant snow for sure. So it was a time for the pushers there. And it started Thursday and just went right through into Friday, and then pretty much through Friday. Where some of the bigger effort is shoveling, of course. That's the hardest way to move snow. That looks like at the mall, and there again not sure if that's the mall. It doesn't look like the mall, but pushing around snow with a bobcat or skid steer. That's clearly the mall. And some big loads in front of that pusher. And then finally we had to start hauling the snow out because there wasn't any room. No room to park after piling up snow. And here we are with our one of our tractors pulling the trailer dump, getting loaded up. Having trouble with scrolling here today. And then this looks like pushing the snow up at the shop where it looks like some kind of supersonic dozer there moving so fast that it couldn't be photographed clearly. It's like an early evening or early morning, I mean. And this is my tractor pushing a good load of snow in front of the plow. And from the photo archives, oops, I don't know why it's so jumpy today. There we go, you can see it. The 2007 Valentine's Day blizzard. I forgot we had even more snow. It was a pretty bad event. And there's pushing up snow in the back where we stockpile the snow, and obviously it got to be quite a pile. So that's what I got. I'll pass it back to you, Matt, and sign off. Have a safe day out there.
Yeah, thanks, Ken. Thanks to everybody that tuned in this morning. Please send me a quick email, text, phone call, whatever it is, if you watch in the group setting, so I can just capture today's attendance. We'll be uploading the recording and emailing out for the ones that miss, and they can watch it at their convenience. So have a safe day today, and we'll see you soon.
Sounds good. Take care.